I feel like I've been hit by a train. These socks, you might be thinking that's a bit sus. What's going on with these socks with avocados on them? I mean, look guys. You got the smile, I think it's a grumpy or smiling avocado. Winter in Australia, you got like no heating, no insulation, so you gotta wear warm things. This is why I gotta wear some warm socks, man, otherwise my feet are freezing. Make the bed. Actually, I remembered I do have to wash this stuff. Gotta have the water for good hydration. Well, I need to eat just enough to keep me going. I'm just not a breakfast guy. Look at this, see? That's just like the skin coming off. It's like coming off of my nose. And I still look like a tan man that just spent a week in Greece in the sun. It's better, a tan is better than looking just red, right? All right, we're ready. Now, just before we leave, there's something that I want to show you under these socks. And under this sock is okay, but it's under this sock you might be interested in. So underneath this sock, you'll find this. If I just take this all off, I've been wearing this overnight. All it is basically just Glad wrap or just some plastic wrap that I wrap around my foot here and especially over the Achilles tendon. Now, what I do with this is I just put Voltaren. Voltaren is an anti-inflammatory that you put on tendons, joints, muscles, things like that. And it just helps get rid of inflammation. And I have inflammation in my Achilles tendon, both of them actually. If I pinch like that, it feels like a 3 out of 10 in terms of like soreness. If I pinch on the left, it feels more like a 4. Ooh, even a 5 out of 10, especially after training last night and being, 3+ hours on feet. But to get rid of the inflammation, this is why I need to put on Voltaren and not just put it on a few times a day, but put it on overnight with the Glad wrap, with the sock wrapped around. That was advice from the physio. And I'd say it helps decrease inflammation maybe 15–20% faster. So it's definitely something. And on the topic of Voltaren and just injuries in general, maybe it's a good time to talk about that. In Sydney, Australia right now, the sun is out, and when the sun is out, I gotta get a couple of minutes of that vitamin D, guys. Just give me that Vit D, I need a hit. Love it, we love it. Ooh, it's nice. Let's step into the office, All right, let's sit down. Okay, I've been playing football for since I was 8–9 years old, okay? Football's always been a big part of my life. But the past 3 years have been like an absolute disaster. I was injured for so much of it. It's just, it hurt me. The sport that I love playing every day, suddenly I couldn't. And it seems like once you get into your 20s, a lot of people suffer from this career killer, tendonitis. And I'll tell you how I got it, and maybe you could get it too. And I just don't want you to get this, okay? Because for me, it all started during the pandemic, all right? I was stuck at home, didn't have much to do, right? So I just wanted a challenge. I wanted a challenge for myself, and that challenge was I'm gonna train as many days in a row as possible. I was already training regularly 5 to 6 days a week, but I thought I'm gonna take it up another level. I'm gonna train every single day. This is what I like to call the glorified workout streak. So I'd go 10 days in a row, 20 days in a row, 30 days in a row, all up until 40, 50 days in a row. And I'd be doing like a lot of small-sided games, running, getting outside as much as possible, right? So like being on your feet a lot because it was pandemic time, stuck in home. And that means I never really had any days that were off feet. So on day 58 of my streak, we were coming to the end of this 3 versus 3 game. It was coming to the end of it, and I did the sprint and sudden deceleration. But like, as I stopped, suddenly I felt this pain right here in my Achilles, not just one of them, but both of them. And I was like, ooh, okay, it's sore now, it's sore. But I shrugged it off and I thought it's just gonna go away, okay? Like, it's one of those things, gonna go away in a few days. It didn't. So, as of course I would, I just kept my streak going. And my streak went from day 58, 59, 60, all the way, guys, to day 104. And at day 104, things weren't improving. I was waking up every single day limping like an 89-year-old man, like seriously not being able to walk properly because my tendons. And I thought, all right, something has got to change here. I tried all these different things to make sure it would go away. I tried not training on my feet for a month, just doing cycling, just doing things that wouldn't be high impact on my legs. It actually went away. So I thought, okay, yes, we've made progress. The pandemic started to clear off and I thought, all right, I think it's time I can join a team again. I started fresh with motivation. I get there, the first training session, everything was great, really good. Second, great. Third, good. Fourth, damn, the soreness is back again. And suddenly I was doing the whole limping thing. Limping around like an old man. And the worst part of this all is that because of the soreness, I just can train 2-3 days a week, sometimes 4, but I'd always be playing and training with a little bit of this soreness, and I just lost my confidence. I rarely ever played my best, and I'd wake up every day thinking in my head, oh my God, it's sore again. What am I gonna do? Can I even keep playing? Can I ever reach the levels that I was before? Is my career basically over now? One of the worst things in life is when you can't do something you love to the fullest, to the best of your ability. And it wasn't just for a few weeks or a few months that this was going on. It was actually in total 3 years, about 3 years, had this, over 1,000 days. So basically I was carrying this injury, this tendonitis for that long. It's a killer. And that's when I linked up with my cousin Joseph. He's like a physio for these rugby players and these elite athletes. And I told him what was going on. He's like, all right, well, maybe you can't just do the body weight calf holds and the body weight stuff, but you actually need to put load. And what he means by load is that you need to put weight, loaded weight onto your lower body. And I thought, okay, that's a bit weird. I'm gonna put more load on the area which I think kind of needs a rest. And no, you need to really load the parts where you're suffering. And after a few months of loading, the tendonitis started to go away. And it was just, that was it. It was the isometric stuff, the calf raises, the body weight, you know, the stretching and all that stuff that I need to do. But in combination with the loading that I had to do as well as Voltaren and just being very, very smart about what I do with my body and the load and making sure we'd cap the on-feet days. It really made a huge difference, and that's really what's helped to this point. Now, is everything perfect right now? No, everything is not perfect right now yet. Last week I had to limit the days I could have on feet to 2, all right? 2 days on feet. I want to play football every single day, but just with this tendonitis situation, although we've cured it mostly, sometimes it still comes back. Sometimes I get flare-ups, and that's when I got to be careful. And so for me, is it a perfect situation right now, especially with this 100 days? No, but I'm managing the best that I can. And that is also a message to you guys. If you're gonna do a 100-day challenge to pro, to semi-pro, to make it in your starting 11, 100 days of training, make sure that you balance it correctly. You know, if you're on your feet every single day, you're not gonna give your body time to rest and recover and do what it needs to do to be at its 100%, all right? Your tendons, your bones, your muscles, they all need recovery and rest. And that's what we got to do. That's just a message to you guys. It starts with things like this ball. It starts with things like this. And that is with this, guys. As I mentioned, recovery, mobility, stretching,
everything you need to do to make sure you're at your top performance and play injury-free is so important in this 100-day challenge. And whatever goal that you guys have within sports, within football, even within life, you gotta have moments where you recover and get that soft tissue muscle just broken up and relieved, because it is so important to stay injury-free. It is so important that you maintain your peak performance, and you can't do that by just going hard all the time. So this is a big thing about your own goals. All right, make sure you rest, make sure you recover, make sure you use these different tools. For me, one of them is this ball here. You can use a tennis ball, you can use one of these, which is a bit more spiky, gets a bit more into the tissue, at least it says it does. With the foam roller, I think it is more effective when you're going on something like your T-band, your IT band, and you go on the side like so. I mean, I can do a full routine a bit later, and you can do a foam roller recovery workout on the Train Effective app, which, by the way, the workout of the day is a more recovery workout. So check that out, link in the description. But yeah, I like to use something like this more on the harder to reach places, like right there in your glutes. Whew. Yeah guys, in general, I'm gonna continue my recovery workout, and I hope you guys enjoyed day 7 of the 100-day challenge. We're gonna see what we can do about these videos, get the videographers back, do like a more high quality video thing. But I wanna know how you think about the video so far. What do you think about the last few days, me just doing this to the camera? I would love to know. But guys, we got a workout to do. So peace, and see you tomorrow of the 100-day challenge.